Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless program. Oh, we got a doozy. Of course, Phil is late.
No, this actually fits with the whole.
And Manny
story
knows
today.
nothing, by the way.
I know nothing. I
No.
tried to call Phil and get answers yesterday. He wouldn't even tell me.
Perfect.
So,
Okay, let me do the intros. As always, I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J Hollingsworth, and we have the usual suspects, aka the crew, aka the Hooligoons, aka the Fab Three right now. Sean, the Mechanable McCann.
I'm still alive and able to be on this show. Thank you.
And the Coco co-host Manulus, aka Wiccan, aka did you see it, Sean?
No, not
Manulus Rojas Martin Jr.
I don't know why you talk like this about Wiccan, you beach made muddy fucker. Okay.
And of course Phil's late. Phil's not here.
I'm not saying the live to share.
But can I just want to read a text real quick? Can I? Do you guys mind if I just read a text real quick?
Yes,
hit us with it.
Please do.
This is just a quick text string. So I sent a thing out and I'm like, something like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or then it was, we've been having a lot of rain here. Phil responds, I didn't have to work today. We can start earlier if that works for everybody.
And how did we all respond to it, Sean?
Well, hold on. I know it's not a consistent start time, Sean, but we'd have more time if we started earlier.
Yes.
So you said, "Oh shit, 5:30 or 6." And I said 6. I can do 5:30 too. Manny chimes in. I can do 5:30. Phil Fox, I'm there. 5:30 work for you, Jay? Jay's like, "Fuck yeah, 5:30 works for me. I'll send updates starting then." Dope. 5:30 it is.
Yeah.
Should we send it out to? Should we send something out to the masses too? Jay says I am. I send a corn farmer tonight when we talk about yeah, and then blah blah blah. So just to give you the thing, this is all his doing.
Oh
Phil,
my God.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so
Lord,
got a bunch to cover, and we're gonna recap. I wanted to and Sean, because you had a big part in a lot of this from beginning. What up, Carla? What up, Sanders? What up, Sonny?
Yeah.
Okay, so since you had a large part in all of this, Sean, from the get-go, how this was all created, I was thinking I'll tell how this all came about. What up, cosmetic chick? I'll talk about how this all came about, the special everything. What up, Kay? So, and you're going to jump in at different parts, Sean, to also give your input of where we are. Big Daddy Chris.
Yeah.
yeah, there he is.
Okay, so little backstory. So, what up, Sandy? I headline Harvey's in Portland, Oregon.
Big country.
Pardon me?
Big country.
Yeah, Jesus.
No, Big Country just got in the room.
What up, Big Country Reviews?
Yeah.
What's good?
Wait. So, in Portland, or are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
never mind.
I
Okay,
headline
yeah.
Harvey's in Portland, Oregon, and there's a Helium comedy club in Portland, Oregon, and I would never send my avails, meaning I would never send my available dates to work to Helium because I did Harvey's. So just out of respect, I was like, well, I won't. I'm not going to try and work that other club because it's a conflict, right? So during the pandemic, it looked like Harvey's. I didn't know if it's not going to come back or it is, and got a little mood lining here, get a little better.
Sexy up in this
Yuck.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna send my. This is probably about 3 or 4 months ago. I send my avails to the owner of the Helium comedy clubs. They have multiple comedy clubs. He responds back, very nice dude. He was like, hey, appreciate the email. As you can imagine, with coming out of quarantine, I'm getting bombarded by all these comics. Give me a little time, and I'll be in touch. And I said, sounds good. What up, Mike? About 2 or 3 weeks after that, I get an email from the booker, this guy Jerry, and Jerry tells me what their rates are, everything. And then at the end of it, he says, by the way, we have Helium Records. which we started about 4 years ago, and we have about 30 albums. Is that something? Are you interested in possibly doing an album? I don't know if you're ready to, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, yeah, I'd be interested. So now I have a meeting. What up, Andrea? Andrea. So now I have a meeting with Jerry and Jeremy. Jeremy is the album guy. And they're like, what is your thoughts? And I said, an album's cool, but hold on. Wrinkles. Get over here. All right, there we go. Stop it. I said an album's cool, but important to me is I want a special. I want something filmed and put up somewhere, whether it's Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever. And they're like, we can do that. We have HD cameras, 4K, blah, blah, blah. So they were like, okay, we'll start looking at from your avails what dates we have.
Right.
So they come back and they're like, okay, this weekend, this last weekend, St. Louis, can you do it? And I'm like, I'm in. And that was another thing they asked me. They were like, how soon would you be ready to record an album? And I was like, 3 or 4 years ago. so they were like, okay, how about this weekend at St. Louis? I'm like, sounds good. I don't know anybody in St. Louis, but I'm assuming there's a reason they're picking this club and this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell me, okay, you're going to feature for a comic over the weekend, and then you'll headline Sunday. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And they said, we're going to audio record every set, and we're going to video record both Saturday shows and Sunday show. And I was like, sounds good. So now I get out so it's time of the weekend, and the headliner for the weekend is a comic named Gareth Reynolds, who I did not know before. He has a podcast called The Dollop, which I had heard of The Dollop before. And, but going in, and I told Gareth this, like, I was like, okay, I don't know. Is this guy a comic, or is he like a podcast guy that is now trying stand up? Right. But he's an actual comic, a good comic, and a great fucking dude. So, can
I just interrupt real quick? Yeah. I just want to set so people know, like, there's some ending we're getting to. So there's like, he's just just so they know we're not just chomping at it.
For sure.
So it's he's really setting up just like how this whole special happened, and then getting to when we go to St. Louis, and then what happened after in St. Louis at the end of all this. So there's like an arc here. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Right. Thank you. See, Sean's so much more eloquent than I am. Okay, fucking easy. So I get to St. Louis.
Hey.
So I get to St.
I hate when you do that.
The fucking week. Oh, somebody just joined. What time is it? I
don't see any. Oh, okay.
My computer wasn't fucking.
You just woke up. Don't fucking say your computer. You just woke up.
Yeah, he is sleep face as fuck.
You just don't you fucking lie, Phil.
Your sleep voice, your sleep
lying
face,
piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Tell the truth. Part of recovery.
Fuck, I was sleeping. All right, I'm sorry.
Do you see the recurring pattern?
But I did have to. I did have to get my computer going.
Shut up! Don't say anything, Sean. Hold on. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. Okay,
I love it.
So Phil, we're setting up how the special came about. We're at the part where I'm just now getting out to St. Louis. It's the first night. It's Thursday night. Again, I'm featuring, and I meet Gareth. Immediately, me and him click. Like, great dude. And the showroom is it's probably 50 to 60% full. So I'm like, okay, it's Thursday night, whatever. That's like, Thursday nights are usually the lightest night.
Right.
But then the manager comes over and tells me, he's like, hey, just to set expectations, this might be the most packed show of the whole weekend. So now I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm thinking like, holy shit. So does that include Sunday? You got an eye booger, dude. That's what that's just how his eyes look. I'm like, oh fuck. And then the manager says to me, he's like, yeah, so we just want to pack out the showroom Sunday for you. So invite everybody you can. And I'm like, you mean like the hotel staff? Because that's pretty much the only people I know right now in St. Louis, other than Gareth and Precious J, who was the host. And he's like, I'll let anybody in. And I was like, oh fuck. So now I'm like, okay, so Thursday show happens, goes great. I mean, as far as like my set was fine, it was fine. And then Friday, first show. Jesus Christ, Wrinkles, shut the fuck up. Come here.
My God.
Come here, Wrinkles. I know. I'm just trying to get him out of here with this toy.
Sorry, everybody. All right, here we go.
What am I, Phil Fox?
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
So Friday early show. Gareth also tells me he's like his podcast fans, who are the people that are coming out, to see him, obviously a majority, are very left leaning. So the Friday early show, now I'm starting to stress, and also leading up to this, so everybody knows, I was trying to get everything covered to where I didn't have a thing to worry about once I got to St. Louis. My goal was everything is covered, and as soon as I get to St. Louis, I just can be a comic. I'll just do my sets, and that I don't have anything else to worry about. But now I'm worrying about, are there going to be enough people, at this recording?
Right.
So Friday early show, I'm really stressed. I'm going into I'm starting a bit about stripping and how it's not degrading. But one of the lines in the joke is I talk about strippers cleaning the pole, and I say nobody like Patrick's talking about fucking something else. Easy, Patrick. So I'm going into the joke, and there's a line where I say the stripper, she cleans the pole, and I was like, I did get aroused after about 10 minutes, but it wasn't from the stripping. It was just the fact that a woman still cleans, right?
Grown.
So, dude, this guy to my left, this fucking bald dude, beard, he's in the front row to my left. He goes, boo.
Oh my God.
And I turn and I see him finishing going boo, and then he does like this, like he does like a little, like he was so proud of himself.
Yeah.
And normally I would like I'd like, oh, let's discuss this or address it or whatever, but because I was fucking now stressed about the whole weekend, is this going to be an okay taping, or even an okay taping, and also it's his crowd and everything, so I just kind of was like, oh, it's cute how you had that little dance you did. Yeah, he did a shimmy. There you go. That's what I said. I go, it was cute, the little shimmy he did. And I didn't really address it. And it also made me want to go more hardcore and piss them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Friday early set fucking sucked. And then I told, I was telling Precious, I talked to the manager and I said, hey, can we offer everybody tickets to come back Sunday free? Just hold on to your ticket stub. You can come back Sunday so we can fill up the room. And then I told Precious, I was like, do not offer this show any tickets. Fuck this crowd. But that actually was good, because after that I was like, fuck everything. I'm just going to do me. And, if this ends up being bad the whole weekend, then we'll scrap it. And Sean and I, we'll pivot and figure it out. So everybody's coming in now. What up, Cookie? Friday late show had a good set, went fine. Now Saturday, people are coming in. People are starting to come in. And when I say people, I mean my buddy Sean comes in. Phil, wait,
me?
You came in Saturday, didn't you?
Yeah, he said my buddy Sean, like he's not on the show right now. No, I was there. Yeah.
Kane, your buddy Kane.
This guy Phil Fox got there. No, I'm trying to think. Everybody got in Saturday except for Ryan Cott. And they're getting in like 3, 4. Kane was coming in like 11 at night.
Kane Holloway.
Yeah, Kane Holloway. And Tahir was coming in Sunday early.
To hear more.
Yes, to hear more.
Do what?
To hear more. I think it's just is that what he goes by? Just the first and last, or does he put his middle name in too? I think it's just first.
Just to hear more.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
What were you saying, Phil?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Sorry, I interrupted. No, go ahead.
I was trying to be clear.
There's to hear more. Yeah, that's it.
You could have got up earlier and you've probably been clearer. And also who came in Saturday in the chat, Critter, aka Big Daddy Chris, was there. He got in. I think Chris got in about maybe 6-ish or something, and I was like, oh, you can come to the late show. So Chris came to the late show. We all hung out and shit like that. So now I'm talking to Sean through this whole thing, and we're like, oh fuck, okay, so what's this going to be like? And Sean, you were even thinking about possibly not even coming out.
Yeah, because it was of course I want to hang out and watch a show and all that shit, but it was like, we were in this to get some work done. And so then it's like, okay, well, we're investing in this. And so let's invest in this the right way. And, let's not do this because we're there. And so, okay, well, we're here, let's do it. And,
right.
And we could do it in a different way if needed. And that's because, when Jay especially said, and I wasn't reacting to this, but it's more just what it meant. He said, you got to walk me off the ledge here. And so, or talk me off the ledge. Sorry. So then that's in my head. I was like listening to things. And when Thursday comes and there's like a respectable amount for a Thursday, but now the guy's saying, hey man, yeah, this is decent right now, but we have less coming tomorrow. And you're like, dude, that's Friday. We got Saturday. We're supposed to be filming all these or taping all these. And if it's not going to happen, let's just go do it the right way instead of having to react to a whole bunch of bullshit that we know. Because you know how it is, especially comedians, man, or people in comedy. You get this thing in your head. I don't know if it's so ego based. Maybe it is, but you're just like, no. You start talking to people. They're like, dude, people are going to come and I'll hit up my friends. And then you talk to me and they're like, I'll hit up my friends. And dude, great intentions, but that's just riding a wave of energy. It's all bullshit. So you gotta come back down into the, down to the ground. So I wasn't going to go. I was ready. So I actually said to you, dude, hit me up. Then you hit me up after the first show. And I said, hit me up after the last one. And then you're like, dude, I don't know. Just come and we'll just roll like everything's going to work out. And if it doesn't, let's just take it from there. Fuck it. Let's just go. So we did it.
Yes. Yeah. So Sean came out and so now it's Sunday. So Sunday's schedule, the special we're gonna film B-roll before for the front of the special. So the special isn't gonna just start with me walking onto the stage. There's gonna be some B-roll stuff, which I won't say what it is. Just you can watch it.
Well, we know what it isn't.
Can you say what the point of it was though? Like the overarching was
great.
I think
great
just
idea.
give the people that at least. Good.
So
cool.
I had
mute while you do it.
I had all of these people come out, my friends and that were coming out, and Manny couldn't for reasons he'll explain at a later date. But I had people that were influential in my career and also friends. Like for example, I had Ryan Cott come out. Ryan Cott,
great guy.
The best. I mean, everybody is the best.
No, I just wanted to say, you said his name individually. I would say it's a great guy and that he did this and took time out and invested because he knew other people were coming. People would depend on him. So I just want to say Ryan Cott.
Yes.
Great guy.
He actually came out
Sunday
morning. Yeah, he does. He came out Sunday morning from Boston. Ryan Cott is the booker of like all these Boston clubs. He manages and books the Nick's Comedy Stop, which is my home club, first club I ever did.
You know what else he does? Cares.
Good point. He does. He cares about friendship, cares about, wants me to have a good taping, all that. So Ryan Cott's there. I'll name off everybody.
Sure.
Casey Courier.
Great guy.
Fucking great. What else about him?
Cares.
Oh God, he gives a shit.
Yeah, he gives a shit. Yeah. So Casey came out from Phoenix. Casey books multiple clubs, or used to book multiple clubs in Phoenix. Now he's the booker of and manages Mic Drop in San Diego. A New England guy, and also a good friend, one of my best buddies, right?
Really busy people.
Say again?
Really busy people.
Yeah, a lot of responsibilities they have. A lot of stuff they
Crazy.
deal with,
Yeah. Yep.
So, everybody, it's building up. It's coming to a point.
What's building up?
Oh, just nothing. Just telling the stories. To hear more. He was in Boston all weekend performing. And he changed his flight to not only host for me, which I asked him, if he would host for me, I would be honored because he's one of the best hosts I've ever seen. But not only that, I was like, we're going to film this B-roll stuff. He's like, you know what, Jay? You'll see, Sandy, just buckle up. So I was like, Tahir, we're filming this B-roll stuff. And I want, these people that are friends to be involved in it. He's like, you know what, Jay? I'm gonna go off of 2 hours sleep. I'm only gonna have 2 hours sleep, Jay. What? But I'm gonna leave Boston I think I'm flying out of Boston. I think he flew out at like 3 or 4 a.m. to get into St. Louis at like 6 or 7. But he did it, didn't sleep, really didn't get much sleep, I mean, and you know how important sleep is to some people.
Absolutely.
So he was there. Kane Holloway had flown in from LA.
He had plans, by the way. He was trying to get to New York.
He was, but I was like, Kane, you're one of my best buddies. We came up together. Would you feature for me on my taping? And could you possibly be here for this B-roll stuff? I want you to be a part of that also. And he's like, you know what, Jay, I will. So he came in late Saturday night, like 11 o'clock, not really rested, but he did it.
Solid fella.
Fucking the best, man. Great. Not even to mention Big Daddy Chris, dude, he drove 7 hours to come out to support. Carla fucking flew out, got a rental car. Dude, I'm so thankful and appreciative. By the way, all the people in the chat, Big Daddy Chris and Carla represented for the Hooligoons or the crew. They were out there. And they gave me some very special gifts, which I'll tell about in a second. Stop, Phil. That's disgusting. Who else am I missing? Anybody? Okay, Sean, obviously. Sean was there. Sean,
we got
here, Kane, Casey, Cott, and Phil. Phil, what happened?
No, you're gonna face the fucking music. Turn that goddamn camera on.
And Phil was there, right? Phil got in. You got in Saturday during the day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think during the daytime. It was like in the day, like in the day.
So you got in there, and so so for the Saturday taping, for the Saturday filming, you weren't
first. Before you say that, I just wanted to say one thing because I didn't thank you for this, and I felt like it was a missed opportunity. I'm going to do it now in front of everybody. Oh. We took this trip, and there was work to do, and it's like there was a lot of flying around. You could have scheduled this taping for really early in the morning, and I didn't get a chance to tell you. I appreciate you not having this scheduled. It was 11 o'clock.
Yeah. All the B-roll stuff. Yeah.
It gave me time to because I woke up and I just kind of lounged around for a while because I was just like, I don't have to just get up and go. So I just wanted to say I appreciate that you gave so much time for everybody to get ready for this show.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want he's only off 1 hour, 2 hours sleep.
Yep.
To come in at like 6 a.m. and then right away we got to film at like 8. I wouldn't want to do that to you guys. Yep. And also, I guess we should mention that the Saturday before the Sunday B-roll stuff, we're all hanging out. Phil, you didn't come to the first show, right? On Saturday, you came to the second one?
No, I was there for both.
Okay, all right, cool. So you were there for both, and then after the shows, we were in. Was it your room, Sean's, or was it Kane's?
Mine. It was mine and Kane's.
Okay,
that's right. That time. Yeah, right.
Okay,
yeah.
So we were in your room where you were on your bed. So that's yeah. So we were all in there and we're talking, and we had Big Daddy Chris had brought popcorn for all of us, which was unbelievable.
Awesome.
And like personalized messages on it. Like Sean had the BMW. I think he said, "We get it. You have a nice car." And Manny, dude, it was awesome. So we're chowing on the popcorn. We're chilling in the room, and so we're like, okay, well, let's get some rest. Yeah, we're like, let's get some rest. It's not early, but we're filming tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Everybody got it? 11. We're gonna leave at 10:40. We'll meet in the lobby at 10:40. So we can go over to film this B-roll stuff. Everybody got it? Yep. Everybody's got it. Cool.
Well,
what happened?
You were really clear with all that, and then all of a sudden, out of a half unconscious dude laying on the bed, we hear, "So noon?"
Who said that?
Let's see. Phil.
Okay, all right, yeah. But we clarified it, right? We were like,
no. Did we ever clarify that? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The fuck, nobody ever said noon.
Yeah.
No one said noon. Where'd you get noon? There's actually
No, I'm giving you guys your undivided attention. I hope I get the same respect.
No, that got left in St. Louis. Go ahead.
Okay. So Sunday comes.
St. Louis either. Go ahead.
Sunday comes. It's the big day. Everything's happening today. It's the big day. B-roll. I text all my friends because I want them all to be a part of it. Hey guys, everybody cool? We're meeting at the lobby at 10:40.
God, this has to be awkward for Manny and most people watching.
Manny doesn't know what happened, so we're just.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I text everybody. Hey guys, 10:40. I got the Uber schedule. Everybody ready? I walk down and people are already down there. I'm like, I was texting as I was going down. They're already down there, and then I'm like, oh wow, everybody seems to be here, but there's one who's missing. Let me see. Here's Ryan Cott, Casey Courier, Kane Holloway.
Solid.
Let me see. Sean McCann.
He's all right.
Tahir says he's going to meet us there. Where's Phil? Where is Phil? So I call Phil, and his response is, "Oh God, I just woke up. I was like, we're waiting on you. Can you send me the name of the place? I'll meet you there." And at this point, I'm like, I know how this is going. Sure, Phil. We'll see how this goes. I send him Big Daddy Chris. Oh, by the way, timeout. Hold where we're at in this story. What was it? Saturday night, Big Daddy Chris. Tell everybody what Big Daddy Chris said to you, Sean.
Oh yeah. So then we're hanging out, and it's in between shows or something, or after show, and he's like, we're just bullshitting, and he's watching. Oh, it's outside. We're all outside just bullshitting, and then he's like, So dude, that he's real. Like, this is real. I'm like, oh no, yeah, this is Phil. There's no character, man. And I think it kind of hit him. Like, I think he thought he was kind of watching a show, and then he learned that it's real.
This is Phil. Okay, so
Natasha, don't give him anything like that.
I appreciate you, Natasha.
No, please fix that, Natasha. Say sarcastic, just kidding, JK.
Yeah. I mean, he got it here before he came on, and I mean, I don't really notice. So time back in. So we leave. I've texted Phil the info, and we get there right at 11, and we start setting up to film the B-roll. And everybody's there other than Phil. So again, guys, keep in mind that part of the reason he came in early was to be a part of this filming of the B-roll.
Let's give a percentage so people understand how much. 90% of it.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't performing.
No.
He's been to your shows.
Yeah.
And you've had other specials.
Yeah.
This was to be memorialized in the beginning intro of this film.
Yeah, and
or this special. Sorry.
And in a way, it was like my way of kind of saying thank you to all you guys. Is you're gonna. I mean, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. But you're getting an IMDb credit. You're being on
your special, not a credit, but on your special. It's a memorialization of all this shit. It's great. 20, 30 years from now, after we've been gone that long.
I can go back and I can look at it and be like, man, look at all these guys. These are like my closest friends. And oh wait, where's Phil? Ah, fuck. What happened with that?
He's sleeping. That's where
exactly where I belong, apparently.
So right about the time we wrap up, Phil gets there.
Right at it, because I actually went out front when it was over. I said my last things to Jimmy, and then outside, that was it. And
there he was. I will say this. Luckily, or in his defense, he took that extra time to come dressed appropriately in a Canadian tuxedo, denim shirt and denim jeans.
He looked like an ugly Jay Leno.
Wait, can I ask a question real quick?
Oh, please, anything you want to know.
How long did the B-roll take
to film?
Half hour, 30 minutes. It took 30 minutes. I guarantee you, it took 30 minutes because it was 11 to 11:30. I got there at 11:40.
Everything got done.
I got there at 11:40, Manny.
I'm getting unimpressive and no value feedback every time I talk. It's weird. I'm not even asking the question to get that feedback. So why is everybody, dude, Victoria, what is happening?
Because people realize I'm a human that has feelings. I don't know.
Yelling?
Maybe that's why.
Easy, take it down.
Okay, so
I love
just to be clear, let's just start right here that this moment of not showing up because of sleep, so in comedy, there's this thing called a callback. And that's where you kind of reference something that happened before and it's pretty funny. Well, we're going to do that, but it won't be so funny. But we're going to probably call that back 3 or 4 times in this podcast.
I was in the B-roll, Andrea. It was me and then all my buddies. Minus Phil. Yeah. So okay, you showed up at 11:40, Phil, is what you said.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Thanks,
it took about 40 minutes. We had to set up, go through, but we'd already had meetings about it ahead of time, so we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
We just needed
the whole thing was
there.
We get there at 11 so we can start it, get it, knock it out.
Yeah.
And then
my turn yet?
No.
Almost
to get to this point. Okay,
almost. So
all right.
I almost just want to say go because there's absolutely nothing you could say except, dude, I know you get it,
but at least I get to share my side of the story. I mean, I'm sure people are at least interesting to see, even if it's from the wrong side of the story, to see my side of the story.
Absolutely.
Bill, take it down a little bit.
Dude, he just woke up. Hold on.
It's just loud.
Nobody likes to be put in the corner.
Well, a lot of people will avoid getting put in the corner by just fucking doing what they're supposed to do. So Phil, when we're like, I mean, honestly, none of us were really upset because we're just kind of like, this is kind of par for the course, right? So when we asked Phil what happened, his response was, it's Kane's fault because Kane didn't wake me up.
He set his alarm twice, and he only woke me up when he was like, later, dude, going downstairs.
No. He goes, the best was, Kane set 2 alarms, and Phil goes, well, I mean, you turned them off kind of fast.
Oh, that's right.
Man.
And every time you'd say, like, dude, Phil, though, this is your shit, he'd be like, no, I totally get it. I'm just saying, though, if Kane would have, man.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, Phil, they have this watch, right? That when you sleep. I don't know. You might be able to take. I don't know if you could take it off, but it supposedly works.
And by the way,
it shocks you.
Sandy says this whole podcast is going to be about this. It's not, because I know this. We're not going to go forever on this, so we'll talk about other stuff. But this does get to an ending that takes a complete left turn. Like it's so just hold up, watch. Here we go. Okay.
And also what was funny too is as this was going on, so Phil is meeting Ryan, Cott, you had met Cott before, right, Phil?
Briefly. Both of them were briefly.
Casey Courier. So as we're going there, Casey's like, nah, he'll be there. And we're like, I don't know, Case. I mean, he's like, nah, come on. I believe in Phil. I got faith. He'll be there by 11.
And he's trying to figure out why we're laughing about it because he doesn't think it's funny.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I don't know why you guys are so cool with this. Like, but okay, because we all just kept laughing.
Yeah. So do you want to go ahead and say your part, Phil?
Go ahead, Phil.
Okay. All right. A few things to keep in mind and remember about the guy that we're watching named Phil Fox. That's fine. We don't expect any, anything out of you, Sean. So here's the thing. Thing.
Okay.
All these guys, they have put in their work. They put in hard work. They've put in their time, their dues.
Are you talking about like the inventor of the alarm clock?
No, these guys like Jay, Sean, Casey, Ryan, Tahir. I don't know if I'm Sean. They have all worked their butts off.
Why'd you say me twice? You started with me and then said,
did I?
I
can
know,
remember.
I
was trying to remember if I remembered everybody.
You didn't say Kane. There you
Kane
go.
and Kane. They've all worked very hard to get to the point where they are now allowed to pretty much, for the most part, be in entertainment, be in the comedy entertainment world full time. One person out of this whole group that I can think of doesn't. They don't get to be in this entertainment world pretty much full time. One person has to sit in a fucking piece of construction equipment for 10 hours a day, every day, and get beat the fuck up and very exhausted, very tired at the end of each day. So I had just worked 10 hours and I I had to come home. I had to deal with the organization that I live in. I had to deal with another house. I had to deal with shit going on in my house. It's every single day I deal with this stuff on top of everything else I do, on top of this podcast. And I just like Jay said, his buddy Tahir only got 2 hours of sleep. I only got 2 hours of sleep the night that I flew out. I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning to drive to my folks, to take me to the airport, all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. Didn't get any sleep on the airplane, tried. Got into the hotel at about 3 o'clock. They didn't have rooms open. Couldn't just fall asleep and catch up on my sleep there. It's fine. It's fine. This is going to be a sob story. I get it. But this is my
Air Force.
story.
I don't know, dude. There's this guy that does like, he's called Air Force Proud 95. And when people, I've said it a couple times here because I fucking love it. But when somebody does what Phil's doing right now, you're like, cool, blog about it.
Okay.
Save it for your blog, Sally. All right, go ahead.
So listen. I get in about 3 o'clock. This place is a good this is a great hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. Very popular hotel. There's no rooms open. You have to wait for a room to be cleaned and the people have to have checked out for you to get a room. Wasn't able to get a room till about 5:30, something like that. Okay?
That sucks too, especially how much you paid for it, right?
It has nothing to do with the fact of me getting sleep or getting there on time. It has nothing to do with that. It's a beautiful hotel, and I'm thankful for everything that was provided for me. So, anyways,
let me spit this phrase out. Everything that's fucking give it to me.
Go ahead.
And then I immediately have to turn around and go right to the comedy show. Not that I have to, but I want to. I want to be there for Jay. He's prepping for this hour on Sunday. And so I go out with, the same 2 hours of sleep. And then after the shows, we get back to the hotel late, obviously late at night. And everybody wants to come to I was hoping, man, I'm going to get that sleep. I'm going to get right to sleep. I'm going to wake up on time. And I'm going to be able to get ready, and I'll have all this, enough rest. Everybody decides to come hang out in the room until like 1:30 at night. And at one point, I'm like, as much as fun as I'm having with all these guys in the room, I have to fucking go to sleep. Otherwise, I know for sure I'm not going to get up on time. And so I just passed out. I passed out on the bed mid-conversation, and I didn't set my alarm. And I woke up for a brief 5 minutes, a couple hours later, after everybody's gone, everybody's asleep, and I had to go pee. So I went pee, got back to the bed, and I realized I didn't set my alarm yet. And I was so tired, I just said, "Hey, Kane, you awake?" And he was like, "Huh?" I go, "Did you set an alarm?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Sweet." And I fall asleep. And so I'm like, having a buddy in the room, somebody a friend. When they wake up, if I wake up and they haven't, I'm not gonna leave somebody just hanging like that. We got somewhere to be. We have an hour to get ready. Hey, you know what? Hey, dude, wake up. Hey, wake up. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. I'm gonna let him sleep. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna go get ready. I'm gonna brush my teeth. And then, right as I walk out, we got 5 minutes to be downstairs. I'm gonna say, hey, Phil. I'm gonna go, huh? Yeah. And he walks out the door.
I think he exhausts people into agreeing with him.
5 minutes. Okay, that's fine. I don't give a shit.
I know.
As much as I should have been there to cement myself in Jay's history, I'm cementing this in history. My defense. And so I have 5 minutes. To get ready.
Just to be clear, that was not profound at all.
I have 5 minutes to get ready. Okay. I'm not going to just walk out the door looking like shit. I'm not going to walk out the door looking like shit. I'm not going to do it. I decided, I text Jay, I say, hey, give me the address. I go, I do my hair, I get ready, and I call a fucking Uber. As I'm about to call Uber, Jay says, forget it, don't come. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to just not come. So I go down, I get in the lift, I show up. It's 11:40. And they're wrapping up. And I say, yeah, well, what can I do? What can I do, And they say, yeah, Kane's alarm went off. I have about 15 alarms that go off in the morning to wake my ass up. And, if only 2 alarms go off and they don't ring for very long, it ain't gonna do anything to me. So
Wait. Okay, hold on. So you know that 2 alarms don't do it for you. You need like 15. You said.
Right.
exactly
I
what-
understand.
Okay,
I should have set my own alarm, but I was fucking. I was up for 5 minutes to go pee and fall back asleep. I didn't have time. I wasn't thinking about it. I was fucking I was groggy. I was in the middle of a fucking midnight pee, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Okay, can I say something?
I
Yeah,
just want to
ultimately-
say this, but dude, I just
Yeah,
want to say that
Don't think I don't take responsibility for this. I
from
know it's my
1:30 in
fuck
the
up.
morning. From 1:30 in the morning when he admittedly fell asleep, he said that, not me. 1:30 until the thing at 11 o'clock. That's 10 and a half hours or some shit. I'm not good at subtraction and division, but it seems like that's about it.
Yeah,
we
ultimately,
were also 2 hours difference, 2 hours time difference.
yeah,
Between the
ultimately-
rest- between the club
and the 2-hour difference. It's not like you started at 1:30 in Boston and then you changed in your middle of your sleep.
Okay, well, okay,
We lost 2
question.
hours. Yeah.
Question. Okay, so we get all that. So what happened afterwards? Take me to the actual night.
Nah, fuck you, Manny. You're trying to fucking soften it. The best though was when Sandy, I think, asked, "Wait a minute, are you blaming Kane?" This is how he did but didn't. He would go, "I mean, I'm not saying it's Kane's fault, but I mean, Kane didn't wake me up." And he kept doing that.
turned
one
the
with-
alarm off
I
too
just
quick.
wouldn't leave a soldier behind like that.
That's what he said again. And you're not a soldier.
I wouldn't leave a friend hanging, dude. I wouldn't do
By
it.
the way, thank you for your service, Phil.
Now I
Yeah.
understand. You know, I am not Kane's. Somebody that has to look after. I'm not. He's not my keeper. But as a friend, if I see somebody, we got 45 minutes, an hour to get ready. I'm just saying me. It's just me. I would make sure that person was cognizant and awake. That's just me. He didn't have a responsibility to do that. I just wouldn't do it. That's all I gotta say.
At
Okay.
least you showed up. Womp womp. I'm
So-
trying to catch up.
Let's move on from this because, dude, I think it happens again, right? Doesn't it happen again? I forget where the story goes here. So then we all do all that
Look at-
shit.
Look at
What?
Patrick's comment.
I
Read
know,
it.
dude. That one I fell out.
You told the story with the same enthusiasm as someone who missed breakfast at McDonald's by 10 minutes. Like this is like the culmination of our friendship. We've been friends, 13, 14 years, Phil?
Going
You're
on,
like-
yeah.
That was cool. Well, we had a good run.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay,
so- Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. So then we get done shooting the thing. Everybody splits off and goes their separate ways. Some of us. So me, Phil. Right. Me and Phil.
We went and got
Kane?
8. We went and 8.
Well, yeah, we went
Yeah.
and 8. That's right. We went and 8, but then after that, everybody went off to do their own thing. Some went back to the hotels. We stayed downtown, kind of hung out for a little bit. It was like me, Kane, Phil, and I think that was it. Maybe somebody else too.
Critter came.
Yeah, Critter came, but what didn't? Yeah, Critter came, and Casey
Carla?
come or no?
Where?
Casey was there, yeah, at lunch.
No. We just all went off on our own.
No,
Anyways.
me, Casey, and Ryan Cott. We went back to the
Oh,
hotel.
I saw what you're saying. Yeah.
And nobody
It was
would give a
Kane,
shit
Sean,
about
me,
this
and
actually,
Chris.
so we
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
hover here. So, anyways,
Got you.
some people just went off and did their own thing, and so then at the end of us doing our own thing, everybody ended up back at the hotel and getting ready for
yeah,
the
I got
time
you.
we all knew that we were going to be at the club.
What time was that?
6:30.
6. Oh, sorry. Phil wants to tell you the time before I could get it out, so he knows it. So he said 6:30. I think he knows it now, at least. I guess.
Oh, okay.
So 6:30, be downstairs or be at the club at 6:30. Everybody's at the club at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock show, except Phil. And now we're all in the green room.
But by the way, was that Kane's fault too?
No,
Why you
I
taking
don't-
so
no, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Of course, it wasn't. No,
So now we're all in the green room, though.
I was just
And then
trying to see if I had an
Casey
angle.
You know what? I respect it.
Hey, but dude, then Casey realizes that Phil's not in the green room,
Yes.
and so then Casey's like, "Nah, he's gonna come," and we're like, "Maybe." Who knows? I mean, this is his shit, and that's when Casey was getting a little more serious. He's like, "Dude, I know everybody's joking around, but dude, no, this is serious though. Like, this is real. It's what he does." Well, then he finally shows up at what time did you show up at for the show? Did you make the show at the beginning?
Yeah, I made it right there at 7 o'clock.
Right
I was there
7
at
o'clock.
the beginning of the show. Yes.
Yeah.
I sat down at the beginning of the show.
So, right. So then the show happens.
By the way,
That's
we
all
also
great.
got some footage then, Phil, at 6:30. Like they had footage. You'll see. I think you'll probably see Cott's back because he had that jersey on that said Cott. Where me coming out because they filmed that shit. Like to have different ones.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, right. So then the show happens. Show is great. I don't know if we want to like sit in that or if we want to just like get to, because people might be getting bored with this long ass story, and so we can talk about other things, cleanse the palate. Right. So the show happened, and so then we went to a couple different after parties, and let's not get into all the wares and all that kind of shit. Right. We went to after parties. I don't remember where they were.
Before you get to that, I want to say, I mentioned Big Daddy Chris got there. He got there Saturday, and he had, like I said, dude, it was like, he was like, I got something for you. I'm like, what? I knew Chris said he was driving there, but I was like, oh, maybe he drove like, an hour. And he was like 7 hours. And I was like, what the fuck?
Man.
And then I'm like,
Insane.
I was just honored that that both Big Daddy Chris and Carla came out. It's very humbling, like that somebody is invested in you being successful that much.
I wasn't humbled. I felt the exact opposite. I felt empowered. I felt like I was the shit that everybody around me was like looking up. So it felt really good.
Like
Tiffany.
I said, it was so
Doesn't
cool
that bother you? No, hold on a second. Let's get on this real quick. This whole
Tiffany didn't
humbling
miss
thing.
anything.
We use the humble word wrong. You know how people get up and they win a fucking Oscar and there's 5,000 people in the audience plus
Oh,
a
I see what
million
you're saying.
outside, and they're like, I feel so humbled by this. The fuck you do? Everybody's looking at you right now.
You're
And you're holding a
soaking it
big
in.
fucking, yeah, you're not humbled. Quit saying that shit. All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was cool
humble.
that we
Hold on,
finally got to meet
hold
the
on.
people. That's all I was saying.
But I want to say, so Chris drove 7 hours and then brings all of us fucking, he had popcorn for all of us here and Tahir, because he knew Tahir was going to be there. And it was like, there was like a special specific message for all of us. And it was unexpected and very nice.
Wait. So Chris he drove 7 hours and he was on time? God damn, way to go.
There's
man.
Manny.
Oh,
there you are, Manny.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking
because
with you.
that
was-
kind of struck a chord with Manny when he heard
Actually,
that part.
To be clear, Manny, he was actually early because he was there
Wow.
Saturday.
Damn.
Really
Uh,
early.
And then
Yeah.
Carla flew out, got a rental car, got a hotel, and she gave me these dope it's Waterford crystal glasses to commemorate it. One of them says Big Irish J Hollingsworth, and the other one says Helium, the date of the special Helium Comedy Club. I might put them back here. I just worry that if they fell or broke or anything, I might put them back here as like part of the background set. But right now I have them in the living room on this. I'll
But
take a
then,
picture.
but the thing about Carla, she came all that way, but on time, right? Like
Actually, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Again, no,
Wow.
actually early. She
early.
was there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, early.
And she rented a car to make sure that happened.
Fuck, that's crazy.
She
Way to
invested
go, Carla.
capital into that effort.
Damn.
a flight, a car, a hotel, probably an alarm clock
Or
at some
two.
point. Yeah, maybe 15. Who
Who
knows?
knows?
And also, she didn't put anything on Kane.
Way to go,
No.
Carla. Good job, Carla. You know, a lot of people want to blame Kane in life, but it's it's not right.
Yeah, dude, he keeps trying to use Kane as one.
Yeah,
But
actually,
wait.
No. Everybody
Go
stop
ahead.
right the fuck now.
Go ahead.
Clear the lane. Give me my space.
Okay.
And he keeps using Kane as one.
As what?
a crutch.
As a crutch, as a cane.
Oh, I see. All right.
Mic drop.
I just want to say somebody up here said just say sorry. I believe I have, and if I haven't, obviously, I wish I was there. I wish I hadn't fucked up.
Phil.
I mean, I am sorry for what I did. I
Hey,
mean,
Phil. Phil, I promise you. If
God,
we're,
here
What
comes
it is.
Manny.
I know. I got a PC Manny in a little bit, but Phil, I promise you, if we're ever on the road together, I will be your alarm clock, boo. I got you.
I will with my
Thanks,
fucking
man.
fist.
I
I
would
knew I
just-
could count on you,
just
buddy.
like in Eastern Washington. I didn't leave you behind because I love you, buddy.
That's
I
right.
got you.
That's right.
So
You did
little,
it. You
little,
did it.
just so you guys know, little surprise guest. We're gonna actually have Kane is calling in right now. Dude, he
Shit.
called me, and I was like, "That's what I muted out for." I was like, "Dude," because I called him earlier. I was like, "Can you jump on right now?"
Bring
'Cause
him on.
Kane- Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Oh, Kane
Get
was
this-
like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
yeah. All right.
I like Cookie's comment said,
No,
Kane,
don't deflect, motherfucker. Fuck Cookie right now.
Kane's been messing
I
love
things
you,
up since
Cookie. I
the
didn't say
beginning of
that
time.
Cookie gets what I meant by that, and she's like, "Yeah, fuck me too."
Oh, dude, hold on.
Is he
Scott
coming in?
Wilson.
Could have
Hey,
said Kane
Scott,
enabled
Scott,
him.
just focus on this square in the lower left or the lower right.
Scott
So
said,
good.
"Guess you could say
Shit.
Kane enabled him." Oh. And then Patrick said, "We get it. You're kind of sorry."
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I got a pretty good punishment.
Sorry,
I think
just,
Jamila. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Jamila brings up a very good point. By the way, Jamila means beautiful. I know that because I used to date a girl named Jamila.
And Bailey means she kind of likes to wrap a hay bales. Sorry,
I
dude.
like it.
I just
I
muted
like it.
Sean. I put him in timeout.
Zentos has muted your mic.
Uh,
All right. That's
Yeah,
enough of
that is an interesting point. You can't say sorry if you did it twice. You know, what do they say? Correct the behavior.
Well,
Womp
yeah. I
womp.
mean, fuck, dude, I'm still a wreck. I'm going to be a wreck for quite a while, I have a feeling. I mean,
Erect.
I'm working
What did
on
he
it.
say?
erect.
He's a wreck.
get-
He gets
this
a
makes
hard
you
on by
hard?
being late, dude.
I'm going to
just-
be
That's fucking weird.
erect. I'm going to be
Okay, so-
erect for a while.
I'm gonna well, fuck, I was gonna go grab those because I
It's not
wanted
an
to show you
excuse.
guys. You know what, I'm gonna I'll post a picture on my Instagram of Carla's of the glasses, dude. They're so sick.
I love
And maybe I'll put some popcorn in them, and then I can combine them
Ooh.
both. So and thank you, Carla, and thank you, Big Daddy Chris, for showing up, for being there on time. And the gifts that's huge. It means a lot. And so we have to tell like the rest of this. How the special went. We should also say that. So, if you were been watching this from the beginning, God bless you. But so we're going into Sunday, and you know there's all this stress. Are people going to show up? Whatever. To hear, being the great friend that he is, he posted, hey, come get free tickets. They're like, we just want to make sure the room is filled for you. So he tweeted out, or Instagrammed, if you want free tickets, just say Big Irish J at the door. But they literally said, we'll let anybody in that wants to come to the thing. So it's showtime now, and it's the biggest crowd that had been there the whole weekend.
Great crowd.
I'd say it's probably 80% full. It's the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
lower area is full.
Nice.
And what was great, dude, we were sitting there. We went out into the crowd. You were getting back ready to go. And I was talking to Casey, and dude, they were so loud in that place before the show happened. Like every table was talking and shit.
Whoa.
Holy
Is it
shit.
because My people.
Black,
Okay, I knew you
right?
guys.
I was going to tiptoe, but if you're just going to say it. No, but dude, it was so loud in there, and we were like, holy shit, the energy in this fucking room is crazy right now. Like, it was just primed for a show to start, and it happened.
Yeah, and I would say the crowd, and you correct me if you guys think I'm off on the numbers. I'd say the audience is 60% black.
Yeah.
Would you say about that, or 50?
Or no, I
Maybe
thought it
a
was
little
more
I
than
thought
that.
a little higher.
Yeah.
Oh,
70.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here's me.
I was this nervous. I hadn't got to this level. I was just this nervous.
Jesus.
Manny's right
Oh.
there.
Yeah, just want to say, if you are a black fan of this show, we just want to say we love you. We thank you for being with us, and thank you for continuing. Back to you guys.
Wakan forever.
We can't forever, motherfuckers.
Okay, so we'll say it's about what do you say, 75% black?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the green, and I see the audience, and I'm like, okay, dope. My first thing is I'm like, thank God the room's full. Then I'm like, okay, black audiences can be the absolute best, or it can be the absolute worst. You know, like because I always say black audiences are the most honest. You're not going to get courtesy laughs. And so I'm like, this can be awesome, or this could be like, who's this corny white boy? We don't know him. Fuck him, right? There's two. Did you see the gangster dudes in the front row too? The two
yeah,
dudes?
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, and I just want to say there's one other level too, though. So then it's like you said, it's like there's honesty. So if it's whack, man, nothing. If it's good, you know. But then there's one more level when you really, really know, and that's when that Baptist minister shit comes out, where they're actually like, you're saying some shit, and then all of a sudden you hear behind you, preach. And you're like, oh yeah, all right. Yeah. There was a chick back there that was agreeing with shit, man. Yep. I'm like, fuck, this is great.
This Tiffany said you were gonna get praised or smoked, or Monique.
Yep.
This is all, everything everybody's saying is true. So Tahir goes out. Tahir starts the show, and he does exactly what I knew he would do, and why I asked him to host. He's the best host I think I've ever seen.
If anybody else but Critter wrote that, that'd be some fucked up shit.
I won't repeat. Okay, so he goes out, fucking awesome, unbelievable, just opens it up, and then Precious J did a 5-minute guest spot, did her thing, and then Kane goes up and does great, and so now Tahir's bringing me up, and so I go into the first joke, and the first joke I opened with, if you saw, I did it on Kev's Keep Your Distance, I think the first time I did it. The joke is called the Blacks, because the joke is that you can't pluralize. Like any group you pluralize sounds fine unless you're a white guy saying blacks, and so, and that joke can go either way, you know. And again, majority of the people in the audience don't know me, but
that sounded
joke,
really hack, by the way. That's not the joke. That's the idea. That's not the joke.
Right.
Great. So if you put an S on blacks, it sounds bad.
Yeah, I'm just
I just want people to know. So it's like, well, dude, no wonder people would think that's shitty. That's fucking
like the drumstick. Yeah.
The fact.
Huh?
And
you write that.
And also, by the way, I had talked to Sean beforehand. Actually, I talked to, I think, everybody about which joke I should open with, and Sean was saying I like that joke because it sounds like it's going pandering and then takes a turn. And he's like, and it's like kind of sets the tone for the rest of the set. So I opened with that joke, does great, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then the next joke I did was about about how I had to kiss the dude on 2 broke girls, and a lot of times black audiences don't like gay shit, to be honest with you. So I'm like, I could lose the audience at this point. Fucking did great, and so now I'm like, holy shit! It got to the point where I'm like we talked about this, like I'm in the middle of the setups, and like there's just little kind of throwaway lines in the setups that are getting huge explosions, and I'm like, holy shit. So I do the set, you know, I say goodnight, and one of the dudes in the front row was an Uber driver that I had during the week, that I said, hey, I'm trying to get people in there, come to the show. So when I say goodnight, he immediately stands up, starts giving me a standing ovation, and I think I start to see other people, but I kind of was like, I couldn't believe how well that the set went, or how, I mean,
I'd say there was 20 to 30 people that stood throughout the whole entire club. It wasn't just that dude. I know on our side, I mean, we did, of course, but people were standing up all around us. Down that way, they were standing up, like it was all legit. Like this crowd was on fire, and dude,
they were into it.
The thing with Jay, that set, or that whole set you did, is that everything has a segue that is natural and organic, unforced, but completely stitches everything together. So it's like it was just this constant roll of laughter.
You were in the zone the whole time.
Oh, dude, I was in the zone. Yes.
Dude, it was crazy because a couple things. One, and this isn't, I'm not exaggerating, that honestly might have been the best crowd I've ever performed for in my history of doing stand-up.
Wow.
That's how I was like, holy shit. And then the second thing is, as you guys all know as comics, and Sean, you know, from selling out all across the world,
I'm a
when you get off,
too. That's
when
nice.
you when you get off stage as a comic, you know, you could have an awesome set, but there's always something that you're like, maybe I should have did this differently, or maybe I could have thrown in this joke, or I should have just cut that one. There's honestly, I don't think there's anything. When I got off, I was like, dude, that might have been like the perfect set for me.
There you go, Sandy. Look at God. Look at God.
Reverend Ezekiel.
I'm just saying, you know, we are so blessed to have all those beautiful, you know, Nubian people in the room that just blessed us with their presence and their laughter. And, you know, God is good. And I just want to give it back to y'all. So go ahead. Pass that plate around one more time and make sure we pay for these lights and these bills in this church. Back to you.
Yeah, it was, I was just like, holy. And so I'm like, Sean and I immediately, when we first saw each other after the set, we're like,
started fucking.
Yeah, totally, dude. Well, first I started.
Forgot.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Jesus Christ. So right after the Reverend part.
What was
perfect.
This part?
Yeah. I was fisting you. No, but as soon as we saw each other after the set, we were like, dude, that it fucking we're good, you know, because we were like, are we gonna have to reshoot all this and reschedule all this shit and everything, right?
Yep.
So now, like, it's done. I have all this stress. I'm dude, and I didn't sleep all weekend. I mean, I was still on time for everything, but I didn't sleep all weekend. I was fucking tired and stressed. And now we're like, okay, we're done. Now we can fucking let loose. So all of us, we went to some clubs, and first we went to Here's Sisters Club Rain. Awesome, fucking.
Yeah,
the thing is huge. I'm like
scary huge.
Yeah, it's like saying it would be like having maybe 5 basketball courts, you know, size, and different themed rooms.
Yeah, it was impressive. They had a swing. There was like bar tables, but for seats instead of seats, it was actually like chain swings. Yeah, it was sick.
And
they really went the extra mile with everything they did.
And the waitresses and the servers were all in lingerie, which very nice. And and so I was going to ask you too, Phil. Yeah, there we go.
Go check out Jay's Instagram.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Phil, one thing about this with us going there, which you were on time for, of course. Is this the first time you've kind of like
partying?
Is this? Yeah, I was going to say, is this like the first time you've partied sober since getting sober?
It was my first nightclub for sure that I had been to, and I was actually, when we first showed up and we were about to walk in.
Cookie asked Sean, how scary was it, Sean?
As we were about to walk in, I was like, man, this environment is always the environment that I would be in, getting just fucking plastered. And so I was kind of like, I think I'm gonna feel it here. But I think it was really helpful that not wasn't just myself that was sober. We had a couple other guys with us that was also sober. So it actually made it a little bit easier, I think, to just know that information. And
that's cool.
And then, you know, they had hookahs there too, and you know, I vape obviously, so I'm down with the hookah. They gave us a hookah, I had Red Bull, and yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, so
and, you know, I just want to say, you know, relapse is you know, generally based on resentments. So I'm glad today we didn't, you know, really hit on anything that could turn into a deep resentment or anything.
Yep. Good. I agree with that. Just to move on to important things. Andrea J. Barnett, it feels like she's writing like she was there. Oh, maybe no. She must have saw the Instagram maybe or something.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Jay posted, yeah, it's all on Jay's Instagram.
Okay, got it.
So
yeah.
So we're at another club and we're chilling or whatever, and all of a sudden I see I'm sitting where I see the entrance area. I see people start running.
Where are we?
Different place.
We moved on. Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying we were there. Yeah, so now we left, went to another club.
Yeah. And so hang on.
And just while he's pausing right here, some people in the comments I know what happened. So those that know what happened and you know what I'm saying, don't comment. We'll tell this story right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
So we're at another place, and we're still chilling and partying or whatever, listening to music. I see like a group of people running from left to right towards the entrance, and then somebody comes, and I'm like, oh shit, is somebody fighting, or I wonder what's going on. Did Usher show up? And then all of a sudden, somebody comes into our
I
room.
think you meant Nelly.
So somebody comes into our room, and this big, huge room that we're partying, and slides the door shuts, and goes, everybody on the ground right now, everybody on the ground. And we're like, what the fuck? So we immediately jump on the ground, and I'm grabbing some of the couches I was sitting on and putting them on top of me. And then I see Sean crawling through the couches, and he says to me, he's like, this reminds me of back in the military, motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then, so we're all on the ground for like 30 to 60 seconds, all like going, what the fuck is going on? Next thing you know, did I walk towards the trouble? No, Cookie. I fucking hit
the only
ground.
time I'd ever been told to get that low was by DJ Snake.
Or the dude from Craigslist.
Hey, but we're hearing there's a shooter at that point. Just to be clear, though, we're hearing there's a shooter because we're all obviously having to get down. But dude, they're like, get the fuck down, eat the fucking ground.
Yeah,
so
the
we were
guy didn't just go, hey guys, if you get a chance, go ahead and hit the ground. No, he was like, a guy comes in, immediately slides the door shut. Everybody get down, get down, get down, get down. And we're like, what the fuck's going on? So now we're all on the ground. Then next thing you hear, Sean's back and knob. Sean. And Phil's twerking through all of it. No. So then after about 30 to 60 seconds, somebody goes, everybody, we're going out the back. We're going out the back. And Phil's like, perfect. That's how I usually like it. So somebody opens up this,
which was really weird to say in that moment, but go ahead.
And he was still twerking. So they open up this door, and we go into another room that has like pool tables and shit. And now we're all in there. It's still kind of like, what the fuck is going on? And me and Sean see this one guy walk over to an exit. He opens it up and kind of looks, and then he walks back in and just leaves the door open. And me and Sean are like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
And remember, this is the first place I walked to. I'm walking to the door, and you say, dude, don't open that. And I'm like, no, I'm making sure that shit's locked. And I pulled on it. Now we go over, and now that guy does that. Yep, see? That's why you check that shit.
And so I start walking over there, and then it clicks shut. So we're like, okay, so now we're in this other room, and we're probably in there for, what would you say, about 5 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes?
No, it was longer than that, man. It was longer than that. I mean, it was at least 15, not just because it was longer. It was 3 times longer than that.
Yeah, that's right. And now they go, okay, we're going to go into this other room. So now we go into another room, and it's even more compact. And I'm like, well, that's good that we're all, centrally located for this shooter.
But by the way, 2 of the cooks came from back in the kitchen with fucking guns, so they were also ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so now it's how much time has passed overall by the time that we left?
Well, it would be Phil's like 30 minutes, so it was probably a real hour, maybe, or 40 minutes.
Yeah. And so they had they had armed security guards walk us to the cars.
No, cops.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, cops.
Yeah.
Armed cops. Walked us to the cars, and we were like, let's get the fuck out of here.
So then I said, as we're walking, and the cop wasn't talking, but I was like, hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
So was that out of like an abundance of caution, or was that a necessity? And he goes, that was a necessity. I'm like, fucking Jesus.
And then didn't you ask, like, does that happen? Is that normal around here?
Oh, yeah. And it's just a normal fucking thing.
Yeah, somebody said it was a kind of a common thing to happen in St. Louis. So
damn.
Oh yeah, the cooks are strapped. Yeah, dude, they brought, and actually, I guess one of them had one tucked and the other one had in his hand, like they were ready to go. And
now,
like young dudes. But okay, go ahead. Finish up. Yeah.
So before all this happened, Sean and Casey, you tell the story. We're outside this place.
Yeah. So we were just like, hey, let's go puff. So rolled a joint, walk outside, and when we walk out, there's cops that are sitting out front of the, like, I'm saying, like, 6 feet from the door, 10 feet from the door. There's like 3 uniformed cops. Yeah. Hey, by the way, not just open carry in Missouri, it's also concealed in Missouri without a permit. Like, it's straight up carry a gun if you want. It's crazy, man. You don't have to have a concealed weapons permit. Bonkers. So anyways, which is actually I like that. But anyways, so there's these 3 or 4 cops that are in uniform, and they've been standing out front the whole time. And when you go into this club, first off, this was, I think, a private thing, right? This wasn't a bunch of people in there. I mean, there was probably between all the rooms, maybe 40, 50 people total. There was probably 30 in ours and then some in the rest of the place. But when you come in, they did a full pat. And dude, look, I used to promote club night. I've been around that whole club night thing for fucking ever. I never got a thumb up my ass when they're actually checking for guns. Like, they straight were trained, cup your balls, security, like checking you. And so
Bill went twice.
It goes back to the end of the line and then comes right back.
But there's no one in line. He just turns and comes back.
They're like, wow, Phil, you're here early.
Finger feels good.
So the cops were right there off to the left. So we were like, okay, me and Casey went down to the right. We walk down, we curve around, and we get to now the back of the place. And we're like in an alley, and there are these big blocks, city blocks. And so we're in the alley now, and we're walking down, and we're smoking. And dude, we're like kind of on the sidewalk, but there's cars parallel parked going up the street. We're kind of on the sidewalk with the building on one side and a car on the other side of us. And then there's this dude who, I'm not shitting you, I'm not making this up, dude. He's like 3 feet behind us. All of a sudden just shows up. And dude, Casey caught him first, like looked back, and then he did a full twist. And so then I twisted around too. And that dude saw us, and he instantly sat down on the curb, and we kept walking. So then we're walking up the way, and then one of us is like, hey, let's go back down that way. Let's actually, because there was like a couple that was walking down, and then there was a couple of dudes that were walking down. And by the way, not for nothing. Not for nothing. And did he give it to you?
I offered the guard my number after the pat down.
And not for nothing, man. Heard, and I understand, man. I understand different parts of the country and shit, but heard a lot of racial shit, out that way, dude.
Right. So
you kind of understand maybe where, we stood as far as like being out in that area.
Against white people?
Imagine. I said racial, by the way. Like one of them told Chris something. I can't remember what it was, but one of them said something. Chris was talking about something to us. We're on the sidewalk, and these 2 dudes walk behind, and Chris was something like, I had no idea about that. And then one of the guys was like, you had no idea because you're hanging out with those white kids or some shit, or I don't know, some whatever. It's just continuous whatever. But anyways, sets a tone.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, I got the story wrong, but it was something to that effect. But anyways, so then we turned around and we started walking back down, and now all of a sudden that guy is stood up again, and he's walking down the street on the sidewalk coming at us. So we keep walking by, and we keep watching him. And then he walks up the stairs in back of the club, and he had a white towel and a yellow shirt and a white towel folded over, like neatly folded over his shit. So then I said to Casey real quick, I was like, oh, dude, I think he's actually one of the construction guys, because they're doing construction on the back building for the club. Well, we didn't look to see if he actually went in or not. And so what we think, because we walked back around, and sure as fuck, when we got in the front of the building, that dude's there again. He's like stalking us, dude. We knew, Casey and I talked about it that night and later the next day. He was going to rob us. That's what was happening there. Like, he was straight going to rob us. And I think that because we were front facing him, and now there's 2 of us, he was a pretty skinny dude. I don't know. Was he strapped? I don't know, dude. The other thing I want to understand, because I don't understand the loo too well, is what's the are those colors? I don't know if that's a thing with the white towel. I'm not. I don't know Midwest shit, so that could also be another thing. So yeah, dude. So I think that was the guy that was pulling some shit. We have no proof of that, but I think that's the guy that did his thing.
Jamila said not being racist almost got you robbed.
That's funny shit.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, and when this is all going down, I would say to them, I was like, great, this is going to be like posthumously released, this album, like Tupac. Oh fuck.
Crazy, man. Yeah.
But yeah, we all made it back safe, and I can't wait to hear it and see it, and I couldn't have asked for better taping. I mean, it was insane.
And only if Kane could have woke people up on time, man, it would have been the best ever. So
I mean, really, it's Kane's fault.
Is Kane coming into this call or what happened?
No, he's not. I wish.
No. It's like that would have been fucking
Thank
great.
God.
Maybe if Phil would have reminded him.
So we've got a few other things. We should cleanse the palate here and get some better stuff or some other stuff. We have to go pretty soon because Jay's got a show tonight. But we've got mail. We've got PSA.
Carla, who was there, Carla and Big Daddy Chris were there through all this shit. Said people were looking at me sideways too. A black woman with a group of mostly white guys.
Man, it's just so funky, dude. I think that, by the way, I don't know because I don't know how to speak to this greatly, but racist versus racial. The only reason I don't say racist is because I think people fit a definition to what serves their narrative when you use that word. So I think racist can be the idea of somebody having more power over somebody. But I also think it has something to do with no shit, Kane. Maybe that is the common denominator. But dude, I think, it seems like those in power in the moment, in the environment, can also be racist too. But I say racial because it gets me out of having to debate that topic.
Calls was the pamphlet.
When's what being released? The special in October, if that's what you're asking.
Because you wrote it,
Yeah, I was wondering why I said Sean. This is the other part of it because that's.
Actually, you were talking about a palate cleansing. What better than? Do we have any emails, Phyllis?
Fuck yeah!
Stop being depressed.
You shitting me? An hour and 16 minutes into it.
He was asleep.
Yeah, we have an email this week.
Oh God. Okay, here, let's do the PSA first. No, because you have to.
Public Sean announcement.
Yeah.
First,
do you want me to do the song?
Yeah,
Hey,
would you?
What's that?
What's that? Could it
No.
be? It's happening.
No, hold on.
Oh.
I know you woke up an hour and 15 minutes ago, but let's have a little energy.
Oh my God.
Public Sean
okay.
announcement. Come on.
Oh, that's right. No,
I know
love
you're
you.
representing
I love you
the
guys. I'm happy to
mediocrity
be
of
here.
Portland right now, but step it up.
What's that? Could it be? It's happening. It's Public Sean announcement.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
This is the announcement for today. Whenever you go park in a parking lot, I don't care if you're going to get groceries, a sandwich, or the plan B. Back your car into the spot. Always be ready. Always be ready. You never know what's going to happen. And getting that shit into reverse and trying to get out, you don't know how to steer backwards. You don't know how to get around a parking lot when you're trying to get away from somebody shooting at you. Fucking back that shit in and be ready to go.
Back that ass up. That's
Phil?
another Public Sean announcement.
All right. There we go, Phil. Always back that thing in. All right.
Sandy, take it easy. This is a family show.
Use a big BMW. Why don't you back that thing up? All right.
Is it difficult backing up such a luxury car, Sean?
I don't do that. I actually have a follow car that when my car needs to be backed up, I get out and they back that shit up for me.
Oh shit.
R
Any
for me
email?
means go ahead.
If it rains or if it hails or if
Oh, wait,
somebody
Phil,
fails.
Hold on, just
wait,
quick. Jay,
Oh.
did you have something?
I was gonna say, can we do the emails now, Sean?
Now?
Yeah.
If we're gonna though, we should start with the song and then we'll just roll right into it.
All right, go ahead, Phil.
If it rains or if
we
it
didn't
hails.
start it now and you have a show at 8 o'clock.
I gotta go. I got 12 minutes.
We have 12
Phil,
minutes
hit
to
it.
get this going, so we should probably just run right into it right now.
All right,
Is it
go ahead,
even
Phil.
worth it? Is it even worth it?
Go ahead.
If it rains or if it hails, it never fails to wake Phil up. It's listener emails. Oh yeah.
Cookie, have them listen to this podcast at like 1:16, an hour and 16 minutes. Let's
Yes.
get that worked out.
We have an email this week, and it's I think some people are ready to move on in this podcast and listen to a little something else, maybe a different take on a different subject. I know I am. This email is titled "Comedy in Strange Places."
But I do want to say that I really loved that Phil was there. I love, honest, no bullshit. I love when you're around. It brings fucking joy to my fucking heart and soul. The shit you pull, I hate it. I fucking hate it, but I love it.
But it's
You're-
still goddamn good. It's just like, I mean, when I was in Eastern Washington, like when you have Phil around, you know you're in for a good fucking time. So anyways,
yeah. Well, and dude, and the thing
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny is when you weren't there for the B-roll, Phil, we were like, this is perfect. This is on brand. I'm like, I'm gonna put in the credits. Thank you for everybody, including Phil Fox, not
not
seen
being
or whatever, you know.
Yep.
Oh,
And
God.
before you start reading this, Cookie has a message for you. Cookie McJingles.
Oh, Cookie.
Yeah, I got you. I saw it. Phil, baby, read faster. Okay. It says, "What's up, guys? What is the strangest / weirdest place you've done comedy and got paid for it? Love the show, Stefan." That's from Stefan Ward. Thanks, Stefan.
Ward.
Oh, maybe you didn't
Sean,
want your last name read. I'm sorry.
I mean, you've been doing it so long, Sean. Where would you say yours is?
I didn't hear the question.
Weirdest
It
place
was-
you've ever done comedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
weirdest
weirdest
place
place.
you've done comedy and got paid for it.
Ever did comedy and got paid for it. I thought it was weird to be asked to headline just for laughs because it doesn't actually work that way. So I'd say that was the oddest thing for me. Is it was like, whoa, weird. Like this is
Oh my god.
hard to finish the story. Is what it is.
Oh shit! All right. What about you?
I'll go.
Manuel. Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
Phil.
Manny.
Sure.
Yeah, go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Manny.
Phil. I got to think about mine.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, no, mine popped up immediately. So I this was a long time ago in my comedy career when I was doing comedy. I had gone up to Canada to play Yuck Yucks, and after the show, 'cause I don't go to Canada very often. I was with a buddy, and we decided to go to a strip club, and we were at the strip club, and I don't remember how it happened, but for some reason I went up to the DJ, and I don't know if I was requesting a song or what, but it got brought up. Why are you up here? Why are you from? Why are you in Canada from Washington? And I said, I do stand up. I'm doing comedy down the street. He goes, "Oh my God, you should do stand up here." And I was like, "What? Like really?" He's like, "Yeah, well, we have to clean and everything, and while we're cleaning, you could do a set." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I don't do this shit for free, And he goes, we'll buy you some beers. We'll get you some beers, And I was like, well, hell yeah, at this time beer was worth its weight in gold. So I was like, okay, let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. And so I got up on stage, and this was, there's no women on stage at this time, but the lights were still going as if there were women on the stage. And I was trying to do comedy, and obviously, it's to an audience that is there for a very specific reason, not necessarily to watch a chubby man on stage tell jokes. And so I heard people in the audience yelling things like, "Take it off, show us your tits," and eventually, I just had to give them what they wanted. And so I lifted up my shirt, and I was just like, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" And it was terrible, and I got off stage, and I felt like shit about myself, but I got beer, and that made everything feel better.
I love that you were like, I'm a comedian. I get paid for this. Beer? Sure. Okay, done.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Manny?
I mean, the Microsoft campus was super weird doing comedy before an award show. But I think that the one that takes the cake is probably like one of those high school graduations where it's like everybody's sitting in the fucking living room just looking at you, and you have not even really a microphone. It was a Jeremy Horn gig, and I was just like, I don't want to fucking do this. But yeah, it went fine, but it just was like, it's weird when it's not a stage. So
I actually really do have one. I just remembered this, and of course, this One of the worst comedians I've ever heard, Morgan Preston. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck him. One of just the worst human beings too. Hope he's listening. So I used to work with that guy. He'd tell you I worked for him. We went to this one place though, and you guys might know this place. I can't remember where it's called. I think it's in Idaho, or I keep thinking it's Tonopah. But it's got it has a chicken. It has chicken wire on the stage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Liquid Laughs.
Is that what it is?
I think it was Liquid Laughs.
Okay, yeah, it has literal chicken wire in front of the stage
Like
for
the Blues
security. Dude, it's bonkers. Yeah, that's a weird one, man.
Mine probably it was the weirdest because I'd never done it before, and I don't know if I ever would again. But it actually ended up being a fun gig. Was the wedding I did like a few weeks ago. You know, the guy was like, I can't have people dancing because of the social distance stuff. So I wanted to hire entertainment. Would you do stand up? And I didn't know how it was going to go. And I was like, I'm not like, you know, I don't usually work clean. And the guy's like, no, I want you to do your regular thing. And it ended up being fun as fuck.
Nice.
Really fun, you know? So that would probably be mine.
Who the fuck is Jamila? Does she?
I like
has she been
Jamila.
here
I hope she shows up from time and time again. Jamila's funny. I like
She's
her a
funny
lot.
as shit. Sir, that was prison. Yeah, I keep seeing her shit pop up. That shit's funny, man.
So
Sean
good.
saying that guy is a horrible person. He is.
Yeah.
So who is?
Morgan Preston.
Oh, dude.
Fucks over comics or has fucked over comics, steals
He has
jokes.
fucked over so many people. And, you know, I know
Never
we don't
written a new joke.
Oh, look at Scott Wilson.
and we don't shit on. No, I would have, dude. You know what's funny? If you were ever involved next, I know, dude, he did that with a bunch of people. Andrew and all these different, dude. I told him he brought that up to me one time. Yeah, you do. You need to hear a story. He brought that shit up to me one time. I told him that was the worst fucking idea I've ever heard. This is before it was ever anything that was ever going to happen. Doing 50 shows in 50 dates, and the things I kept telling, that's what his premise was. Do 50 shows, 50 cities, 50 states, 50 shows, 50 states, 50 days. And my response was always, who would give a shit?
And it was already done.
And he would deny that to himself and to everybody else. Well, yeah, but
Can I wait? Sean, can I do my impression?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm not funny.
I'll fucking call Bruce Willis. I'll call Bruce Willis in a motherfucking minute.
This motherfucker was best friends with somebody he could never get a hold of.
Yeah, nobody knows.
I'd be like,
what
dude,
the
call
fuck
him.
We're talking about.
Pull the trigger. You know Bruce Willis. We're doing so and so show. Bring him in. Nah, I don't know if this is the right one.
Side note. I just listened to a podcast recently of Kevin Smith talking about how when he made Cop Out with Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis like had no desire to be there ever, was an asshole. So just kind of interesting that he be friends with Bruce Willis.
All right, we gotta wrap it up. So we gotta do our plugs.
Do it.
Sean,
I'm just going through all the footage that I wrote and you performed. I'll be editing that all up as I go, and I'll let you look at it maybe if we have time before we send it out.
Thank you, sir.
You got
Manulus?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys about my colonoscopy next week.
Fantastic.
Everything was healthy, but it was fun.
Positive spin.
Hope everything comes out all right.
It did. I see what you did
Phil?
there.
You can see my epitaph on the headstone down at the cemetery on 8th and Main.
Do you want to give us a certain time or date to see
And
it?
what city? That sounds like a Bellevue address.
I don't know.
Yeah,
okay. We'll see. I hope
starts
up
improv classes next week.
Yeah,
with Manny. I'm at Brad Garrett's all this week. Excuse me. Next week I'm doing Extreme Comedy. I'm in Vegas here for the next 3 weeks. I'm at Brad Garrett's this week, Extreme Comedy Club next week. Week after that, Las Vegas Laugh Factory. Then the week after that, I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm going to Wisconsin coming up. I'm doing a show in Lake Havasu, Arizona. I just got today on Friday, the 23rd of July. Then I'm going to Nashville Comedy Bar. I'm going all over. You can go to bigirishj.com for dates.
Dope.
And thank you everybody for staying in here and hearing about the whole weekend. And thank you for Big Daddy Chris, Carla, everybody that are you guys coming out and being a part of it. And dude, and the gifts. Thank you very much.
And to all the fans, I want you to send Phil a positive, good feel message. He needs it. So
Like something to the effect of like get your shit straight or something that positive.
Send him
like
an
that.
alarm clock.
Let's all go to sleep.
Send one, he'll have 22 of them. Right
So
now.
because this is probably his last show, let's all say it together to Phil right now.
Bye.
Thanks everybody.